Good morning, my loves. Happy Thursday. Beautiful Thursday morning here at the lake. Absolutely gorgeous. Currently 60 degree, the high today's in the 90s, I know. Good topic. I think it's a good topic, of course. So about 30 years ago-ish, I wrote an article called A Hole in Your Soul. You may have seen it. I have it posted on LinkedIn. I've posted it several times on Facebook. If you want to get a copy, just shoot me a DM. I'll be happy to send you one. Easiest way to reach me is through LinkedIn, Instagram. Those are probably the easiest. I have a Facebook personal page and a Facebook professional page. So you can reach me there as well, just a DM. So this article, The Hole in Your Soul, it addresses those times we feel that huge vacuum inside us, that emptiness, that abyss. You can't put your finger on it. You just feel so empty and alone. It's so deep and so big it echoes. You may have lost a child, a relationship, a job. You may have just been diagnosed with a terminal illness, a chronic illness, something that is just totally devastating to you. Maybe you're dealing with core wounds that go back as far as childhood. It doesn't matter. It's all about what you're feeling. This huge hole in your soul. And people, instead of getting to the bottom of it and figuring it out, getting into therapy and figuring it out, they try to cover it up because you don't want to feel like this anymore. Now, you might initially give it some thought. What is going on? Maybe you know. Maybe it's a death of someone, the end of something. And instead of addressing it and dealing with those emotions, because it's okay to feel whatever you feel. It's always okay to feel whatever you feel. No one can ever judge you for feeling whatever you feel. Okay? But instead of feeling that, you get desperate, you get tired of it, you get exhausted feeling this way. So when people turn to alcohol, they turn to drugs, whether that's prescription medications or illicit medications. They turn to gambling, porn, all kinds of crazy stuff, including I've had a couple of people that just get on this huge running kick and they run and run and run. They will go jogging for miles 2 or 3 times a day just to get out of that headspace. But at the end of the day, when the drugs wear off, when you sober up, when you get done with your rug in the middle of the night, you feel it. It's still there. You don't know what to do. You are just so tired of it. You need to get into therapy because we need to sit down and address those issues. I do not want you to blame yourself for these things. Now, you may have been a co-contributor if it's the end of a marriage, a relationship, a job, whatever. You may have had something to do with that. Okay, admit your accountability, but don't blame yourself for all of it. Okay? If it's core wounds from childhood, honey, you did the best you could considering you were 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. Don't blame yourself for that. But we need to sit down and figure out what's going on. This is like a festering wound inside you. We have to clean it out. And that's not fun. It's not pretty. It's kind of painful. We got to clean it out so it can heal. And once we identify the problem, it's cathartic. It's like, oh my God, I never thought. Or, oh my God, okay, I get it now. I understand. It's not my fault. They said these things to me. Core wounds, the easiest way I can explain it, it starts at birth, okay? So we're going back. I'm 66, so we're going to use me as an example. So core wounds can be anything somebody said or did to you, a situation you found yourself in that absolutely cut you to the core of your being. It could be something somebody said intentionally, inadvertently. They may have even forgot it ever happened. You didn't, because you received it and you're still carrying that burden. So from the time you're born, imagine for every core wound that you receive, you're putting on a sweater. I'm 66. How many sweaters would that be? Things people said, just comments, insults, things that happened to me And each one would be a layer of a sweater. That would be suffocating. You can't move, you can't breathe, you're exhausted. You don't see any way out. The only way to get rid of these sweaters is by addressing each one, finding out what it is, and taking it off. Dealing with that core wound, addressing it, allowing it to be identified, and start to heal the core wound. It's that simple. But you have to have the courage to say, I need the help. Yeah, I'm handling this wrong. I need the help. You can go to clergy, your minister, your rabbi, your imam. I don't care. You can go to your family doctor. You can see someone such as myself. You can see a psychiatrist, a psychologist. Don't care. Now, friends are wonderful. However, sometimes friends make the situation worse because they can help you figure out what the core wound is, but they don't know what the hell to do about it. And they will get it all twisted, and you will end up more screwed up than you are now, though they have the best of intentions. So let's do it the right way. Get the help that you deserve, and get rid of all of these sweaters so you can breathe again, so you can move freely, so you can sleep at night, so you don't feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, so you don't have this huge hole in your soul every minute of every day. Let's just sit down and talk about it. Call someone. Get the help that you need. You are in control. We're going to take control. Okay? You can try and do this on your own. You can try identifying the core wounds on your own, and that's fine. But you may need help processing it. You know, for kids that were abandoned, you know, mom and dad just got pissed off one day and left and didn't come back. Kids are going to blame themselves. What did I do wrong? Why did I deserve this? What if I had done better in school? What if I didn't pick on my brother or sister? Excuse me. What if I cleaned up my room more? Honey, it's not a you thing. It's a them thing. They're the one that left. It's not your fault. For kids that were beaten and raped, they blame themselves. I should have done this. I should have done that. Sweetie, you handled it the best way that you could for a little person, and that's okay. Do not blame yourself. Blame the perpetrator. Blame the monster that did this to you. Don't blame yourself. But with help, you can identify all of this and you can heal. You're worthy of healing. You're worthy of being happy and whole. Having that sparkle in your eye, being able to go outside and take a deep breath and just feel good, feel alive again. Not like you're just going through the motions. You're numb. You're worthy of feeling wonderful every day. I just want you to think about it, okay? If you're having these issues, if you're feeling a hole in your soul, you don't feel any way out, you are exhausted, you are sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, get the help that you need. Now, for desperate situations, in the continental United States, you can call 988, which is the mental health crisis hotline. That's always available. But please, go talk to somebody. Get the help you need. Because, sweetheart, I promise you, you are so worthy. Okay?